Hello, I'm Reverend Kenny Callahan, the pastor of Metropolitan Community Church of Richmond. This coming Sunday is Transfiguration Sunday, and the sacred text will be from Matthew's story, the 17th chapter, verses 1 to 9, and Luke's story, the 9th chapter, verses 37 to 40, and then 42 to 43. The truth of the matter is, the Transfiguration is nothing but a mystery to most of us. But here are a few things that stood out to me in this coming Sunday's sacred text. I absolutely love it that when Peter had this mysterious encounter with God, he kind of lost his cookies and gets all nervous and begins talking nonstop. Can you relate? And then God says to him, "This is my own, my beloved. Listen to him." And being overwhelmed and filled with fear, Peter, James, and John fell to the ground. And I can imagine that most of us would do the same thing. And then Jesus touches them, saying, "Get up, don't be afraid." I'm struck by the fact that when Jesus physically touched them, that he touched them with and out of compassion, out of concern, love, and to give assurance. Get up. Don't be afraid. You don't need to be afraid. This reminds me that when Jesus touches anyone, there is healing and power. Perhaps that touch is all that the disciples needed. And many times, that's all that we need. Think about it. God's assurance during times of tremendous, sometimes heart-wrenching change is meant to be of comfort. The voice from heaven shocked the disciples, and they were likely overwhelmed and filled with fear and scared. But how many times do you hear the voice, any voice, coming out of the sky? But Jesus' touch is steady and gentle. Remember, Jesus said, "It's okay. Don't be afraid. It's just me. And you know me. Everything will be okay." I believe that this is the moment of Peter's transfiguration, the moment when his transformation, his spiritual transformation begins. When he fails, falls, and is lifted up again and again and again, and realizes that above and beyond any and everything else, that he is loved, that he is called to listen to Jesus. I believe this pattern shapes the life of every person of faith. We too try our best, sometimes succeeding and sometimes not. We too have moments of insight and sometimes of denial. We too fall down in fear and are raised up again and again and again to go on our way in confidence. All this to realize that we too are loved and called to listen, called to discern God's ways in our lives and in the world. We are called to partner with God, and in this way, we are transformed as we realize over and over again that we are named and claimed as the beloved of God just the way we are. And in this we realize over and over and over again that we are loved by God more than we could ever imagine, and that God will do whatever it takes for us to embrace this truth.